me. I didn't say that.
Oh. It's pretty good. New Year's Eve was better watching Ohio State choke. But,
Hey, shut.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave now.
Shank.
Me and Sam are out.
That's all right. I'm already over it.
I am too, but it still hurts. Don't need to rub salt
Maybe
in
next year.
wounds.
Yeah, that is tough. It was good. I just watched the games and had a few drinks and just chilled out with a few of the homies.
It was terrible, but not gonna go into detail. I think Jason already covered it enough.
yeah, my bad on that one.
Yeah, it's is what it is.
We'll move on. Yeah, just feel some weird energy in this room. Don't know what it is.
It's his tinfoil hat.
And the other room is exactly the same, but it's all 49er gear.
It's a little better.
So I'm just, yeah.
Yeah, that's a little more respectable.
Who owns your team again?
Yeah, I
Hey,
was about
Cade.
to say it's a cycle.
Cade, how do you feel about Pickett in that game winner to Najee?
Pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about it, I think, before you got there. We were just saying, can he fucking pick it? Which was what
Yeah.
Tomlin was saying.
And I will say, I am a moron for my take saying Minka was not top 10. That guy's top 5.
What?
Thank you.
God.
Thank you for
What?
saying that.
Yeah.
Back up. You made the claim that. What?
Based off of last year, I didn't realize how good he was playing this year.
Oh, okay. Christ.
Yeah, no, Minka's a freaking animal.
He
Yeah.
is. He had a little bit of a down year last year, though.
I would say he's top 3.
Yeah, I
You
got
put-
worried because he got hurt for a couple minutes there. And I was like, oh man, we might lose this because we can't hold him. And then came back in and
Are y'all still in playoff contention?
Yeah, so if we win next week against the Browns and the Bills beat the Patriots and the Jets beat the Dolphins, we squeak in.
So that Jets and Dolphins game is the biggest iffy. if you
That's
ask
the
me.
biggest iffy, but Dolphins are probably going to be playing their third string quarterback.
That is true. Teddy B did go down.
And the
too.
Bills should take care of business against the Pats, but
Yeah. You
so
think so?
and Bills
But
can't take that
after
game
what's
off because
happened,
they still have
God knows.
yeah, that's true. So we'll see, but we have a chance. It's got to beat the Browns first,
who's-
and then let everything else happen.
Who knows what's going to happen with the league? Period. Honestly.
Yeah.
Are we live? Right. You want me to take it? Start off, or anybody else want to?
Go for it.
Yeah. So I think like obviously it's a tragedy, but at the same time, it has been pretty cool to see just like the football fans and the community of all the teams come together. So I guess that's like one pretty big positive we can take away from it, and maybe player safety will be increased. But I mean, it's a horrible situation, and I'm still not really sure what happened to Hamlin, and I wish and hope the best for him and his family.
I don't think there's
Yeah, I don't
been
want-
any I don't think there's been any like real official word as to what actually happened. But
It was
from
cardiac arrest.
Well, there's that,
Yeah.
but like what exactly there hasn't been like an immediate cause or anything, but
Mhm.
from what I've heard, there's basically this condition that when blunt force trauma occurs at a certain amount at like the exact right time during
Yep.
like your heart's basically rhythm of beat, it can just completely knock the heartbeat out of rhythm and send you into cardiac arrest. So good chance that's probably what happened.
And apparently that's like a 1 in 10 million chance.
Mm-hmm.
Which that is ridiculous.
Unlucky.
Yeah, I think it was just like a freak thing. Like, I don't think there's anything they can do besides playing flag football that they could do to prevent something like that from happening, you know?
No.
Like, I mean, there's been bigger hits and way, like, you know, way more, like, you know, big hits, like bigger falls, stuff like that. And then nothing happened, you know?
Yep.
So I don't know. I just think it was just it was a freak thing. It was a terrible thing. But yeah, like Jason said, it's awesome to see that like everyone has pray for Damar in there, you know, for their profile picture, and you know everyone, like literally anyone that cares anything about football and people that don't even have anything to do with football, they're all coming together for Damar and for, you know, for all the players and what they go through and stuff. I think it's pretty cool.
Some of the other positives I think is like the foundation that he had going for that toy drive. His goal was like 2,500, and now it's at like 5 million is what I heard just
Wow.
a couple
Jesus.
hours ago. And then I think another positive was the coaches stepping in last night, having that game be called, and at least suspending it until they figure out what was wrong.
Right.
Which I think was a big thing that happened.
Was that like confirmed that the NFL was legitimately trying to get them to go back out after like a 5-minute warm up?
I
Or is
believe
that
so. I
just
think they're following typical protocol on their side of things on like
Mhm.
injury. Guy is off the
Right.
field. All right, let's try to get the game going. And then now everybody's freaking out that how dare the NFL try to do that. But
There's
Yeah.
never, or like how the NFL wasn't prepared for that. You know,
no,
I
Yeah.
get a game canceled except for Lightning.
right. Yeah.
uh
Mm-hmm.
I think I think what it comes down to is it just requires a human element. Someone in the NFL's room needs to just like look at this, what is happening objectively, and be like, is this the right call to try to keep playing? Like, if you have any sense of just a moral compass, you'd immediately know that that was not the right call. So it's like, if it's a computer making a decision to do that, I understand like it's following protocol or some shit like that. But we're talking about human beings, and human beings need to like have a little bit of compassion when making decisions like that. So I would absolutely hold it against the NFL if they actually went through and forced them to play.
Yeah. Not a good look.
I think with good. Been the game of the year. Yes.
Yeah.
So do we know the game? Is it going to be a tie, or are they going to just pretend the game never happened?
There's
Just
no
completely
decision made
canceled.
yet.
No decision.
Yeah.
I don't. I,
Oh,
I
you
don't
got-
think there's been any.
No, I saw
word
it was
yet.
going to be rescheduled. They're going to
I-
reschedule it.
I don't think there's been any official word. I think they said that the game was suspended, obviously, and they will not play it this week. But there has been no determination made about rescheduling, whether that is going to happen or not as of now.
Yeah. That would be correct. Hillary said hello.
Yep.
Mhm.
There's no way to play the game. I mean, one week Wednesday, in the middle of the week, right before playoffs.
So I think what you could see happen is one of two things. I think either one, they call the game completely void. They just have those two teams with 16 games on their record,
Yeah.
and from that point you just go win percentage all the way down the board. And then if they do decide they want to actually play that game, basically you would just have to set up that game during wildcard weekend just exclusively for the Bengals and Bills, and then you just move the entire playoffs back, X out the Pro Bowl week, shift everything forward, and then the Super Bowl stays the same.
That would mess up a lot of things. So people have like tickets for the Super Bowl, traveling. That would. I
Well,
think
no,
personally,
the Super Bowl would stay the exact same.
okay.
They
So
just they moved Pro Bowl week.
Exactly.
Okay, I can see that. But then you lose like lose like
That
Never-
yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
That'd be
shit's gonna be fucked one way or another.
And they got to play 1 week before the Super Bowl. Usually you have like a week to kind of
Mhm.
Mhm.
practice and stuff like that. But
think they leave it up to the Bengals and say, well, maybe not leave it up to the Bengals because they were winning and they had the ball. It's just one of those things. Like, do you flip a coin? Do you just say, hey, let's scratch a game? I mean, if you're the Bengals and you're given the option, do you want to win or do you just want to call it the scratch? What do you do there? Do you do the morally right thing or do you take the win?
Well, I think the Bengals at this point would choose probably to just have the game called void, because if the game's void, they've locked up their division, regardless
Mm-mm.
of this Ravens game.
No, I yeah,
Well, no. I'm saying if they were to play the Bills game lost and then they go into next week, couldn't the
That's-
Ravens still win?
the Ravens can win the division. Yeah, but they would both have 11 wins is the thing, and the Ravens have beat the Bengals twice.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying
So
like the Bengals
no,
should
no.
choose to not want to play the Bengals Bills game.
No,
in-
because if then they just have 16 games on their schedule and they go 11-5, the Ravens are 11-6 if they beat them, and they beat them twice. So they have the
Right.
tiebreaker because they're tied in the
None-
win column. The loss
that's-
column doesn't matter in
No,
that case.
no. The tiebreaker wouldn't be the win column. The tiebreaker would be win percentage.
No,
And-
it doesn't. No, because if they don't play the same amount of games, they don't look at that. That was like 2 years ago. Detroit ended up not playing like a final game of the season because it didn't matter for the other team. The COVID year, who didn't play that final game of the year.
So the tiebreaker.
The
is
tiebreaker
still-
is its divisional record, but or the
Even it-
series record between
that
each
wouldn't
other.
make
Now
that
that's
wouldn't make
tied-
any sense. Because if they haven't played the same amount of games, why would the tiebreaker not be win percentage? Why would it be?
because it's not fair to the Ravens or the Bengals that they didn't play the same amount of games. But let me look it up.
Is it safe to put this on your bed or no? Oh, I just meant safe. I don't know what you do in your bed. Yeah, just put on the chair just in case.
I'm looking it up really quick.
Yeah, I mean, we have no idea what's gonna happen. You know,
No.
we have no idea. I mean, they don't even know what they're gonna do. How could they? I mean, there's nothing like this has happened before. So, I'm not like part of me, and I know because it's just because like a lot of the times I just assume the worst, but like it's like they're gonna be like, "Fuck the season, we're done." But
I
that
doubt it.
that would really mess their money up, and I
Sam,
really
you're
doubt
right.
they'd do that.
Yeah, it's
But
win
Stop this.
percentage. Yeah.
Yeah, just because they would have one less in the loss column. I don't think that's fair to the Ravens though.
It's not, but there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah.
they can cry about it.
How do you guys feel about like NFL players moving forward, especially on the Bills and Bengals who are right there? How do you think they feel about having to play football?
Oh,
You know,
dude.
moving forward, something like that. That's got to be scary. I wouldn't want to put on pads after that, especially if I was T. Higgins.
No.
It wasn't a heart attack though; it was from the hit.
1 in
No.
10 million chance.
I don't think it's necessarily the fear that it's going to happen to them. I think it's because you've just gone through an extremely traumatic event.
Mhm.
That's something that is going to be sticking with this guys that they won't be able to get out of the back of their mind for months at least, right? And so you have to now turn around and go play football the next week with we don't even know if we're going to know if he's okay by that point in time. So
Mhm.
it's like that if I'm the Bills, I don't know how the hell you prepare for a week of football this week. I don't know what the hell you do.
I just think we start seeing guys like tackling a little more timid and stuff. Even if it's a 1 in a million chance, it's going to be in the back of their heads.
It just depends on what kind of dog they got in them, honestly. Because
Yeah.
honestly, bro, it would make me fired up. I think. I don't know, but like that's what I thought I saw. Stephon Diggs, he looked, visibly upset, but he was like yelling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like he was ready. He was ready to go have a 200-yard game. And
Yeah.
So I mean, it just depends on who you are and how you deal with trauma and how you deal with sadness and all that. But I don't know, man. I think that it was like Austin said, like the show's got to go on, but not just for like the fans and for the money and all that stuff, but like you can't stop playing football. Like I mean, because of like a freak accident like that, like people don't stop rock climbing because I mean people die rock climbing all the time, but that doesn't stop them from going because it's about like your inner like sport, your sportsman, not your sportsmanship, but like your inner
Competitive nature.
like competitor, yeah, exactly, like it's just about how much you want it, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's going to come down to like Damar's like basically how he is around game time. Like if we
Mhm.
have it confirmed that like he's stable and he's in recovery and everything, I think the Bills will go out and I think they will fucking. I don't even know who the hell they play this week, dude. I think they'll drop 50 on him, right? But if he's still in critical condition and they still don't know what's going on, I'd be shaky. I don't know how you respond and try to play football knowing that your guy is still fighting for his life in the hospital.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to have a lot to do with what news comes out this week.
Yeah.
Do we know if he's still in a coma?
Yeah, he's still in the
believe so.
ICU in critical condition.
Should we move on? Talk about a lighter subject. Boomer bust.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Won't take too long.
Yeah. It's fine. I just zoomed in.
Oh, yeah, in the meantime, let me show you something I got.
Is it a JT card? No way. JT card?
Nah,
We can't see it.
can you see it?
Oh, it's
Is
Purdy.
there? Yeah.
Hey, Josh,
What's up?
you know what card you still don't have?
Dude, I'm gonna have to go get a card now just because of this bowl.
No, I owe you one. I gotta get you a JT card.
What a guy.
Got a Alex missed it. Josh got a Brock Purdy card.
I saw it.
Oh, okay.
You just kind of mixed them up. You
That's
wanted
tough.
them the other way. I gave you mine. Yeah. I literally gave you them. Yeah, yeah. I'm pulling it up. I literally said, I know I'm not going to be there, but I have my boom and bust. So blame my family for wanting to go to the movies while they were in town. Well, that's also true, but I'm not going to blame you because that's called deflection. I'm pulling it up. James Conner for bust and Devontae Adams for boom.
I'll tell you, Adams boomed for sure.
Yeah.
Let me look up James Conner.
think he's like 14 points this week.
Yeah, he got 14.
Yeah, and I was like kind of right. But so in the columns put boom and then neither. I just want to make sure it's documented. You can. Okay. Well, just know that I hit one of mine. Yeah. It did, yes.
Can't believe the Jets choked that hard.
Hmm.
No, he didn't. When he needed to as well.
Yeah. Mhm.
Dude, he shit the bed bad.
I thought we weren't allowed to do QBs for that. Gotcha. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I mean, I don't know who he is.
I think we
But-
said yes because it was like his projection was like 24 or 26. Or like if you want to take that, that's fine.
QBs are cool with me. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yep. Yep.
Top
Dude
three.
is
Top
dude is
three.
locked down.
He's number one.
Well, I think if we're talking about this year alone, you could say number one, but he's only done it 1 year, and I mean, not even a full year yet, but I mean, pretty much one game left.
Off this
but-
season's stats, though.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
want.
we're basing it off of.
I think that's the big thing. A lot of players have, not a lot, but there's a handful of guys that have one big year, and then you don't hear about them again. Josh Norman, perfect example. But I do think Sauce is a real deal, and I think he's going to be a top 5 corner for probably most of his career. But I still think Ramsey holds the title for best corner overall.
He's mid.
He'd lock you up.
Yeah, he locked me up, but he can't do nothing against Devontae Adams or any of the other best receivers.
He's had a very, very good year quietly. He had a bad week 1, but since then, weeks like 2 through 8, he led up like 94 total yards.
Well, that's not good enough.
Hey, Josh, a corner that bounced back though, number 23 on Green Bay.
Yeah,
my-
dude, that man's an animal.
He gave up no catches in man-to-man, and he did the gritty on him.
Yeah. Comeback player of the year / MVP /
He might be the
offensive or
funniest
/
player-
defensive player of the year.
Super Bowl MVP too. Don't forget that one this year.
Yeah. Did you have a good week?
No, we
Oh,
can't.
hold on. Yeah, I can't see him.
Who did I have?
Okay, yeah.
Jahan
So
Dotson.
no, he did not. Dub.
Yeah. I'm pissed too because they literally had 2 other touchdowns go to 2 different tight ends. Ugh. Right.
I don't think he had anything. I mean,
I wouldn't touch
they
that much.
played like 11 minutes.
So I know we're going to talk NFL, correct? Instead of fantasy. I'm going to ask, do you want to touch real quick on the college football playoffs? Because that was pretty exciting.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. Hey, how about Michigan trying the fucking Philly on 4th and goal
They
on their, like their first or second drive?
Yeah.
That was the game.
JJ McCarthy's father. You guys see that?
Ah, yeah, that was
Yeah.
something, man.
Dude, imagine you're JJ and you see that on social media like the next day or something, bro.
I would be speechless if I was him. I'd have no words.
I would, dude. I would just like probably just move away and never speak to my father again.
It was an accident. It looked bad.
You think it was an accident or it looked? I mean, he got a few extra, flicks.
Me? You want me to do it? Or you ask?
Yeah, you go ahead, Jason. You brought it up.
Yeah, so JJ McCarthy, he's Michigan's quarterback. He was one of the top recruits coming out of high school. Probably going to get drafted pretty high. And they were playing against TCU in the playoff game on, what was it, Saturday night? Or Sunday?
Yeah, Saturday.
Saturday night.
Yeah, Saturday night. And I guess like the camera man was like zooming in, or woman was zooming in on JJ McCarthy and his father and their family and his JJ's girlfriend. And I don't know what he did. It was like a little touch on her behind and then a little small slap. It was very, very,
Very uncomfortable.
very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Zooming in, which is the weirdest part. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of controversy around the topic right now, if it was intentional, if it was on accident. I think it was probably on accident, and it was just a bad look. But I mean, who knows? Who knows what that man is thinking?
You might have that dog in him.
Something.
Yeah, I need to stop talking.
Okay, real quick, I'll say, you guys saw that picture of Justin Jefferson trying to kill a ref with his helmet?
Yeah.
I think it was one of those
funny.
situations. If you didn't actually see and you weren't actually there, it looks a lot worse than it was. Like Jefferson, if you
It was
watch,
the wrong.
he took his helmet and he was like throwing it at the ground, and he wasn't even looking at the ref. But that one picture looks like Justin Jefferson. It's like trying to kill the guy.
That I can understand, but the analogy to the other situation, I'm not drawing any similarities.
I mean, it's not like he just like, accidentally bumped her a little bit. It was just like a continuous, like, let me just like get my
Right.
hand up in there a few times, and I'm like,
Well,
it just
it was
ru- it
kind of
rubbed-
a little Urban Meyer esque
Yeah,
from last
he was
year.
playing the fiddle. He was playing the fiddle on her.
Just
uh,
saying.
Yeah,
I say I
Not-
saw that.
not a
I've
good
seen
look.
that situation before, and it cost a man his coaching job in the NFL. Just saying. Just saying. So true.
yeah.
He didn't do well at that position.
Nah, Urban's still got a chance.
To do be a commentator. On
No,
college
that's the last thing he would be. You still got a chance to be a coach.
Yeah, maybe like a low D1 school. I don't think anybody wants him
Jackson
right
State.
No.
now. Jackson,
God.
Jackson State, I could see that.
All right,
You
moving
see him
on.
going to Jackson State.
But yeah, that TCU Michigan game for, let's talk about the actual sports of the matter. Yeah, no, tough loss for Michigan. I mean, they've got a good team. That's a good program right there.
Speaking about a dude that has a fucking dog in him, Duggan is that dude.
Mhm. Max has that. That is the proper way to use that phrase right there, Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got that in him.
I mean, if you're going
I
there,
guess so.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of his tweets, but I heard the live tweeting from Andy Dalton was prime time like entertainment during that game.
We'll get there.
Hey, real quick, speaking of Andy Dalton, I want to give him a quick shout out. That man's had a good year. He's played like a top 12 quarterback this year. Very, very quietly. He's went under the radar. He had one bad game against Arizona that I can recall, but I've heard that he's had a really nice year.
He's had 4 sub 10-point fantasy games. That's
Look
just
at the
fantasy.
And
Number 22 overall ranking for quarterbacks.
Well, he
Well,
was out
But
like a couple of games, right?
he has been out a couple games.
Yeah.
And he also had to deal with the game in Cleveland where they threw the ball 15 times.
he has a 90, so he has a
But
5
to
rating.
have a guy have a season like Olave has this year, obviously he must be slinging the ball. So
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
has
Austin,
a-
you said that Olave, or you said that Andy Dalton elevated Olave. Was it that, or was Olave elevating Andy Dalton?
I think
Olave.
that's the case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah,
So-
because Jameis would be throwing it 20 yards over his fucking head, or or just straight at a defender.
Holy shit. Everybody
Nathan
knows that.
Peterman.
I got
You had Mitch too. You gotta apologize to yourself.
You drafted him over Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. They didn't. They just picked him up.
or
Attack the Bears fan.
could have got them a 6. Would have had a ring and a
Bruh. I mean, they've had a tough go at it. I mean, they've had like Michael Thomas is injured. I mean, they lost their coach because what was it again? He was paying players to hurt people or something.
The
Which,
Saints.
is that why? Yeah, they
Yep.
lost their coach, so like that. I mean, that definitely put some wrenches in the gears. But
That was a long
yeah,
time
I
ago.
mean, I don't know all their injuries. I know they lost their best receiver.
Well, Jarvis has
Didn't-
kind of been in and out of the lineup as well.
That's true too. But yeah, they've just had a tough go at it. That whole division is a hot pile of shit.
No, I was gonna say that.
Hey, real
Sorry,
quick,
kids.
I don't want to pain Alex, Sam. I don't know if you're an OSU fan.
Yeah, we'll rip the band-aid
Real
off.
quick.
Let's go.
That's
I'm
fine.
not going to talk about the game, but I want to talk about CJ Stroud because I personally was not a big believer in him. But after watching that game, I really think he has a lot of potential. Obviously, he has the running ability, which is always good for modern day quarterbacks, being mobile and being a dual threat. But that man was making throws in a tight windows. He was making throws on the run. He looked like a first round top 10 pick.
Look like
That
you look like Russell
scramble,
Wilson.
that scramble that resulted in a touchdown to 18. That was, I mean, that's what we've been wanting him to do all year.
Yeah.
Like,
But he looked like the real deal.
yeah, no, I think he is. Like, no bias. I think like our last two quarterbacks we've had at Ohio State have been like NFL quarterbacks. Which, I mean, when's the last time we really had that?
Justin had a
Yeah,
rough 7 for 21. That was awesome.
Yeah, look, man. When Justin's playing 1v11, I don't know what you want him to do.
Yeah, exactly. No line, no receivers, maybe running back here and there.
Throwing to right now. Brown, is that his top guy? Who's his top target right now? Komet and St. Brown. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, they traded for him. How's he doing?
No.
I think Valus Jones is going to end up being a pretty good player for you guys. Yeah. No.
No.
I would say if I'm the Bears right now, if you're not in love with a player there at pick 2 and you want to trade back to like 7, 8, 9, 10 range, go get Marvin Harrison. He played with Justin Fields. I think he's going to be a generational receiver. I think he's going to be up there with like
Next
Jamar.
year.
Next year, he's back for
Next
one more year. Yeah,
He's coming back more.
Yep.
yeah,
True
he's
sophomore.
only a true sophomore. Yeah.
He's a true sophomore.
Mhm.
Yep.
I mean, our wide receivers are ridiculous.
What about
Hey.
Jackson? He going to the draft?
I was gonna say they can get
Jackson's the only
Jackson.
one that's going. Yeah, and he'll be a mid first round pick, I think.
Yeah.
So
But
I don't know
Barkley-
where the Bears are picking. I feel like it's in the top 10 for sure. I don't think they pick him at 2. So yeah. Who has
have-
two? Who has
you have-
2 first round picks?
Eagles. Don't they have like 2 or 3?
Seahawks.
Well, the Seahawks have to. Yep.
I wonder if they'd be interested to trade back and give up something. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, trade up to 2, get their
Hey,
quarterback.
Talk
and
about
then
Philly has a top 10 pick, I believe. Or
I
top
love
10.
CJ in Seattle. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, they do. They have a top 5 pick.
Philly?
I want to say. Yeah, Philly's 5, I believe.
Okay.
Who did they give up
here's
to
the-
get the pick? Like, how do
Who?
they have a
What?
top 5 pick? How does Philly have a top 5 pick?
From no,
I think from Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
New Orleans.
No, from
What did-
Jacksonville.
No,
Mhm.
it's from New Orleans.
No, it's not
From
Jacksonville.
New Orleans for what?
Is that what it is?
It was New
Yeah, I'm
Orleans.
looking at it right now.
And how did they get it, Cade?
GM Howie Roseman added former All Pros Quinn
no. Chauncey. I was gonna say Chauncey.
and yeah. And then yeah. Yeah.
Cute.
So we have Houston number 1, 2 Seattle from Denver,
Wow.
3 is Chicago, 4
Wait, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
oh well yeah I guess
My pick
Seattle's
too.
win. Hold on. Yeah, so
Bears
Seattle,
2, Seahawks
Arizona.
3.
Colts are 5,
Okay,
6 Falcons, 7 is Detroit from the Rams, 8 is the Panthers, 9
Wait.
is Raiders.
I think you're a little out of order because the
Yeah,
Lions should be 6.
Lions are 4.
Dude, I don't know why these are all out of order. These are like
Lions
updated.
Lions are 4. I have this is from NFL.com. Lions 4, Cardinals 5, Colts 6, Falcons 7, Panthers 8, Eagles 9, Raiders 10.
No, no. The Lions should be 6 because they have 5 wins and the Colts have 4. Colts
The
should be
Lions
at
are
5.
6. Yeah.
No. Lions are 8.
No,
They
the
have
Lions.
the
The Lions
Rams.
have the
They
Rams.
have the
pick.
Rams pick. That's why they're 4.
Yeah. Lions 6,
Yeah.
Raiders 7, Falcons 8, Panthers 9, Titans are 10 now. Eagles 11.
Eagles would be
Texans
Eagles have
Texans have
Eagles
2
have
picks in the top
9
12.
from New Orleans.
I see 11 on ESPN.
Yeah, this is just from NFL.com.
Where's Philly picking? Because that's what I'm concerned about.
Where? Who?
Philadelphia.
Philly is picking 9 from New Orleans pick.
Is that their only pick, or they have another?
Only 31st.
Yeah, they'll be late. Yeah.
Houston has 2 in the top 12, which will be interesting.
You still have Jelly contract. You have 2 first-round picks.
Yeah. Jets have 2 in the first round, I think.
Look how many free agents the Eagles have coming up, though. It's a ton.
Not the Jets, the
And it's a
Falcons.
ton of good players.
Ooh, Philly?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Slade, Bradbury, Fletcher Cox. I think Brandon Graham's on there. A bunch of their dogs.
They have a pretty old offensive line too. Layden Johnson, J.C. Kelsey.
I think Kelsey's going up on free agency too. Yeah, he will retire, I'm sure.
Good.
Especially if they win.
Seattle has 2 picks in the first round.
You don't like Jason Kelsey?
No, I like Kelsey. I like all the linemen that do all the singing and stuff. They had, but no, I don't like Philly. Just because they're hot, and they're in our conference.
Hot. What you mean by that?
What I mean? No, the team that scares me more than anybody in the NFC is San Fran. If they get the quarterback right, they're going to be dangerous. Yeah,
you're going to be mocking you're going to be eating those words, boy.
Josh.
You have
Jason. Listen, let's be realistic right now. If you guys make the playoffs and are playing the Niners, do you legitimately think you guys are gonna win?
Yes, I do.
I'm putting 500 on the game. I'm betting Niners money line.
Bet me 500. I'll give you my house.
I'm betting Niners money line.
I will bet on this game. Let me explain. Okay?
I'll give you my house and my firstborn, boy.
I mean,
all right. Let me break it down. All right, real quick, Josh. I want you to jump in too when you feel
that golf ball. What you got there, Nitro?
Yeah, I got the tee too. For the back. Anyway,
look who's fidgeting with stuff now.
Yeah, shut up. I'm on your. Yeah. So, anybody that's watched Green Bay the last few weeks, every week they're getting better and better, and the biggest issue
And you're
It-
telling me the Niners haven't?
Hold on.
Two?
The biggest issue with Green Bay has been their defense because of they play. You can ask Josh. They play off coverage and they play heavy on quarters. So they have completely changed their scheme the last like 2 to 3 weeks, and they're playing a lot of man coverage. They're playing right in guys' faces. They're sending a lot of blitzes. The D line. I don't know if you guys. I mean, I'm sure Sam, you know what this is. Maybe Alex. They're actually doing stunts now, which is absolutely crazy because their D line until about week 12 did not run a stunt. That's a real set. A defensive coordinator did not let his defenders run stunts. So they're mixing things up. They've had a top probably 7 or 8 offense since that Dallas game. They have an electric returner in Keyshawn Nixon. He's probably the best returner in the NFL right now. The defense, if they played how they did last week, I mean, they're going to be. I don't know if anybody's going to beat Green Bay. I don't know if they're. I'm not saying they're the best team, but they're definitely the hottest team in the NFL right now. And the Niners have a rookie quarterback. I want to remind everybody, they have a rookie quarterback, and the other guy on the other side is Aaron frickin' Rodgers. And you're saying that it's locked up, good game. I'm gonna you really believe that? You really want to bet Aaron Rodgers? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll see.
I mean, I just have one thing. I mean, the Niners defense is legit, and that's the only reason why I'm confident in that. It's not in their offense or their rookie quarterback doesn't make me have any lack of confidence in them. But I mean, I respect it.
I mean, the Raiders almost got him. Wasn't that the Raiders that played him last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Raiders almost got him. If the Raiders can almost get him,
yeah, but hey, guess what? The Raiders have Devontae Adams this year. The Packers don't.
Yeah, well, they also got Derek Hart.
Forgot that.
We got.
But I know both of you are good guys, but it just sounds like you guys are a little salty from that game still on Saturday.
I don't even think Austin's an Ohio State fan. I think he just goes there.
Well, on Saturday, I said, "Are you sad about the game?" And he goes, "I'm devastated." Screenshot.
I'm devastated.
I mean, this literally means nothing now because of that game.
It's blurred.
This means nothing.
I'm just gonna say,
degree.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a repeat of Super Bowl 45, right, Kate? Because nobody believes in Pittsburgh either, but we're the 2 hottest teams in the league right now.
Nah, do not. What? Wait a minute.
I'm kidding.
Wait. Aha.
I know Cade is. I know Cade knows that everything that was just said was a blatant lie, and his team was involved in it.
But
he's at least realistic.
The Niners almost lost to Jarrett Stidham in the Raiders.
He's got that dog in him.
Okay. So here's my argument. You said, "Oh, we don't have Devontae Adams." Well, guess what? They don't have film on Watson and Dobbs. Adams is okay, and have film from Jarrett Stidham in college and high school and all of his other games on the Patriots. So, pull up his Pee Wee football film. We'll watch that. I'm pretty sure he had to start in college to make it to the NFL.
I just want to say that I'm a Browns fan, and usually we get clowned on for the uber confidence we have in our team. But I think Packers fans are going to start giving us a run for our money soon.
So... Real quick, Alex, I want to say thank you for the win because that helped us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So thank you.
I mean, we finally got to see Deshaun Watson ball out. That's all I'm going to say. He only had 169 passing yards, but still.
I want to add the Packers played the Vikings, and the Vikings
only passed it 18
times.
This
12-14 in NFL history.
Thank you, Cade. Yep. So they were 12-3 at the time, and we beat the crap out of them. Like 41, it was like 41-3. And then we put all of our backups in. And you guys are like, oh, the Packers are this.
I mean,
Packers
12,
that.
12-3 with like a plus 4 point differential for the season.
They
So
have a negative point differential. It's the first time in NFL history with that record.
well, now it's negative after getting blown
Yeah.
out by 40.
Well, no, it was before that. Before that, they lost.
Okay,
What
so
was it negative going into that game?
Yeah.
one last
Christ.
thing. One last thing, real quick. So look at all the teams in the playoffs. Green Bay beat Tampa. I'm not going to act like Tampa is good. Philly, we lost by
Still good.
7, and Rodgers was out for the last quarter for that game. There's a chance we win that. Do we win it? I don't think so. There's a chance. Dallas, we already beat them. The Giants, we were up 14-0 on them, and we blew the lead. They're a playoff team. The only team we haven't faced is San Fran. And look, if I'm a betting man, I'm going to keep it realistic and unbiased. I'm taking Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay if we play the night. Because it's not.
In San Francisco, though, too, right?
I'm just. Hold on, Josh will back me up.
They're nice.
Our
No,
team is-
listen.
They're dogs. They're gonna pick off whatever his name is, Brock Purdy, like 18 times.
I don't
Jason,
think
Jason,
that could
there's
ever
there's
happen.
no there's
Let's-
no there's
but,
no
I mean-
reason behind what we're saying. It's complete bias. I mean,
I
if you
know.
look at the
I'm picking it
analytics,
up.
if you look at the analytics, you look at the stats, we're toast. But we have faith. That's we have faith
Yeah.
that our team can win.
Yeah,
We've seen what our team can do. We know what they're capable of, and they just got to show up and do it.
that's
You
fair.
know, out of a Packers mouth, that's Packers fans' mouth. Just put that out there. I think the rest of us are pretty logical there.
Every now and then it comes around, you know.
I
I
don't know,
love
man.
the confidence though.
Josh, we were texting the other day talking about how it's our year. But we have said
well, no. Yeah,
every-
I have confidence in my team. I think my team could win the Super Bowl. If you don't think your team can win the Super Bowl and you're going into the playoffs, then what kind of I don't know what kind of fan you are. Why are you even watching? You know what I'm saying?
I don't because my team's not in the playoffs.
Exactly. So you don't even doesn't even matter. But like Cade, I mean, you gotta at least have some hope that if you make the playoffs that you're gonna go on a run to the Super Bowl.
All I gotta say is
Kenny
don't let
Pickett just goes
Don't
Godzilla.
let Pickett get into the playoffs because you might do something.
Exactly,
Wow.
exactly.
I don't think
mean,
you believe
hottest
you believe
team
the
in
playoff.
word you
hottest
just said.
team in the NFL right now, right, Cade?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just want a handwritten apology from Austin and Alex, and Sam, you too. If
I didn't
Green Bay
even
goes-
say shit. Why am I catching a
Okay,
stray?
you're happy. If Green Bay goes into San Fran and beats them in the wild card round, I want a handwritten apology to Jason and Josh.
I'll write it on the boatloads of money that the sports books are going to be paying
How
me
about
out.
this?
Yeah.
How about
Yes.
this?
And I want you to
With
go
my
live on
winnings.
stream in a preschool
What?
What?
at 9
What-
o'clock
what
at
is-
9
Huh?
o'clock at night.
All right,
We're gonna-
boys.
no.
Well, it was a fun time. I'm gonna have to get going now after that
No,
statement.
okay. If the Packers beat the 49ers in the first round of the playoffs, I will make a $50 bet that the Packers will win the Super Bowl on Alex's account.
Okay.
You're the one with $200 free bet slips that you're not going to cash.
Sweet. Here we
I
go.
like
Why are
it.
you doing this
Yep.
to me?
Hey, and jumping forward to next year, I'll bet you $100 that Ohio State does not win the championship.
No shit. No shit, they're not.
What do you mean, bro? Kyle McCord's going to get us a natty.
Dude, Kyle McCord's not even going to
who's that?
start.
He's not even going to be on the roster next year. I
No,
don't
he's
think.
not.
It's Devin Brown's season.
Yeah.
Hey, Tate Martell is going to come back.
No,
God,
dude,
no.
he's not even in college
No,
anymore.
I know it was a joke.
I fucking hated that kid from the moment he stepped on
No one
campus.
has- no one likes
I
Tate.
hated him more than I hated Quinn Ewers. I'll just say that.
I loved Quinn Ewers.
I didn't.
I have nothing against Quinn Ewers. That man got the bag and dipped. I respect it.
Yeah, he got $1 million, and then he went to Texas.
Yeah. I mean, like, look. I mean, if he wants to go rot in Texas, that's his decision. It's
He's going to get
not like
beat
it's
out
gonna affect us.
Guys, the over is going to hit. Just want to put that out there. Feeling
All right,
good right
by-
now.
well, going back to, I guess, like, Josh, what are you doing? You take a tackle. What do you do? I mean, I
I
don't know
think
about
CJ Stroud is much better, but
In
that's
my-
just my bias.
in
I
my
don't want to
com-
see him in Houston though.
In my completely unbiased opinion, Bryce Young.
that's what
And that's honestly a little biased too, because we don't want to see CJ Stroud in Houston.
I want you to
Mhm.
know my non-biased opinion was sarcasm because number one, I don't want to see CJ Stroud die in Houston, and number two, I want CJ Stroud to come to the Colts.
Yeah, I would love to see him in Indy. Can you guys get him? Are you guys high enough? You guys could trade up. Honestly,
no. We could. There's two things that have to happen. Three things actually. Number one, Houston has to take Bryce Young. Number two, the Seahawks have to believe in Geno Smith and not draft a QB. And number three, the Lions have to trust Jared Goff and also not draft a QB.
But you guys could trade up with Chicago.
We
They're-
could.
They don't need a quarterback. They would.
It just-
They're great. I think they're a willing candidate.
It depends what we're offering. Like if we're having to give up like another first round pick for it, I don't think it's worth it.
I don't think you just have to trade up because if like you said, if Houston takes Bryce Young, you have CJ Stroud sitting there, and like you said, if they trust Geno, he should be there for you guys to draft.
I don't think it's that they
That's a-
don't trust Geno. Is that he's old.
yeah,
yeah,
no, he's not
They,
us.
they need someone that's going to take
And
him
if
to the
you
next
don't
level.
think they're going to go with Geno, then I would say trade up. But
Yeah,
he
I
could
think it's
fall, and you don't have to give up anything.
I think it's likely that
Right.
either the Seahawks or the Lions would end up taking Stroud if he were to fall to either of them. But in my fantasy world, I would love him to fall at 6.
I think
Okay.
you guys have 5. Don't you have 5?
No, there will be 5 or 6.
I
Okay,
think he
well,
is at 5
okay.
right now.
we will likely end up being 6 because the Rams will probably lose next week, and then we play the Texans. So
Okay, so you take Bryce off. Pick 2, Austin. You're on the clock. Who are you taking and why?
Yeah.
You.
Yeah, he's a beast.
can't go wrong.
Yeah, I think Will Anderson. If I were the Bears, I'd go Will Anderson for sure. Mhm.
Okay, you guys. So now moving on, you guys are all the general manager of Seattle. What are you doing? Are you sticking with Geno? Are you drafting a guy and having him sit behind Geno, or are you just going to draft a guy and
You draft
Fine.
CJ Stroud.
find a way for him to get on the field year one?
You draft CJ Stroud.
I don't think you start him over Geno, but
And-
Geno's
No.
eventually
yeah.
going to have. He's eventually going to have that decline, and the coaches are definitely going to, at one point, question, "Hey, should we play another quarterback?" Blah blah blah. Then CJ walks out there and has 250 yards, and they don't ever turn back.
It happens every time. I mean, it's yeah. You don't let him start the season. You let him get a few reps here and there with the ones in practice, but you don't
I mean,
let
yeah,
him start.
Geno's going to be on thin ice.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as he messes
Mhm.
up, they're going to be wanting.
He
to put him in
throws
their first
2 or
round pick.
3 picks in a game and they get blown out. CJ's.
Well, no, I mean that's not necessarily. Well, okay, maybe if they have Stroud behind them, but I think what would
Well,
be the
that's the thing.
smartest.
You have somebody who you think is that
Yeah.
guy, and you
Yeah.
think CJ is that guy.
What-
I think he is.
What I think would be best for the Seahawks is to draft CJ Stroud and completely shut him down for his rookie season and just let
Yep.
him just learn the nuances of the league. And from there, you would have this offseason and then next offseason to completely rebuild that offensive line. And then you send him out there.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not that smart.
Well, that's
speaking-
fair.
Speaking of a
Nobody
guy,
like they ruined so many quarterbacks by just throwing them out there and
Bro.
not and they just can't. What can they do?
Pete Carroll knows what he's doing. He's a good coach.
Yeah,
And they still have that mentality, run the ball and play good defense. But speaking of a guy who got shut down his entire rookie year, did not even put on a helmet, and he sat behind Aaron Rodgers for 3 years. What do you guys think of Jordan Love? Would you take a chance on him? Former first round pick. Yeah. Okay. Just playing devil's advocate. Couldn't you say the same thing for guys like Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud? They haven't played in the league. I mean, I know they've played in college and they've played SEC football, or not Ohio State, but still, it's pretty much
Well,
gets, But Jordan, I mean, he has an entire college career. We've seen him come in and have flashes. I mean, he's got all the arm talent. I mean, I would take a chance on him if I were a team like the Indy. I would shoot them a second round pick. Or if
I think the tape between the college careers of those three is very clear. CJ Stroud and Bryce Young are head and shoulders above Jordan Love when just comparing their college tape. And like Austin said, there's not enough NFL tape of him to be able to warrant taking a shot on him. I'd say at most a team would probably throw out a third round pick.
Yeah, I don't think his value. He's not going to have a lot of value, but I think he is a valuable player.
Could be. I think he's got all the talent. It's just we haven't seen it, kind of like Ross was saying. But I think there's always that one team that bids a little bit high, like a Carolina. I think somebody will shoot them a second. If I don't think Green Bay is going to trade him this offseason, though. I think they want to. They're hoping Rodgers will come back here, and then Jordan's still on his rookie deal, so he can't really do anything. But he has he sat behind Rodgers. It's not like he has just sat for a year. He sat behind. Fair. 3 years.
So that's hold on. That's actually an interesting comparison, real quick. I think bold take here. I think you might be able to get more trade value right now for Brock Purdy than you would Jordan Love.
100%.
No question. No, I agree. I would 100%.
Honestly, I was expecting more pushback on that. But all right.
I there's some dumb general managers out there that give up a first.
Yo, will you stop?
What was that?
Oh, it's because your mom's home.
No, so I don't open the door as I was leaving. Even like look at me in the eyes.
Okay, fun.
Hello.
They said hello.
Hi.
So how about that?
Yeah, no pushback on that.
Yep.
Okay. So what do you? I was gonna say. So what do you?
I think a lot of it also has to do with the contract.
Yep.
Mhm.
It's going to be interesting to see what they do.
That's
He'll get the minimum for a starting quarterback. No, I think if he goes somewhere, he wants to be a starter. I don't think anybody's going to trade for Jordan to be a backup. I mean, he's a first round pick. That man has sat on the bench for 3 going on 4 years. He wants to play. Send him to a team like Washington. Send him.
What you mean, bro? They got Heineke.
Heineke's not a quarterback. He's not a good quarterback.
He's done more than Jordan Love.
Not even. I mean, I think Heineke's a fun guy to watch, but I don't think he's like a starting quarterback.
Yeah.
didn't he
I
also
think
just
you know
get
who I
benched for
think's a
Carson
fun.
Wentz last week?
Yeah, and Carson Wentz let me down on my first day of sports betting by throwing a pick in the end zone when I needed a touchdown there.
What
to
did
get
you
the
expect?
over.
What did you expect
Yeah.
betting on Carson Wentz?
I didn't bet on Carson Wentz. I bet on the over 40.1.
But
And it
you
ended
needed
up being 34 total points. If they could have just scored a fucking touchdown there and got the extra point.
Did you get the over on the Browns game or no? What was the score?
No, that's the game I'm talking about.
What was the score?
Yeah. It was
What-
24-10.
Oh, it was.
I've never cheered against my team until that
Yeah.
moment. I was rooting so hard for a Carson Wentz touchdown drive right there. Because I was like, give
That's
me
just
100
karma then.
free money. But nah, it didn't happen. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not that far off. I mean, it was 34 total points. It could have been much more. Okay, here's one thing of sports betting I've learned in my 3 days of sports betting. Let me tell you, I'm like career 80% right now. Don't bet the unders because they're the worst thing in the world to root for. You're betting on nothing to happen. Bet the overs. Then you got something to be excited about.
Rooting for scoring is fun.
Like the other night, I was watching the Steelers game and I bet them when they were down 3-13. 6-13. I was like, I'm a live bet them to win this game because I want to see some action here at the end. And you know what happened? They won.
Vegas called.
I just live bet it. I was just like, they're down 7. I was like, you know what? They're gonna come back and win this right now.
Alex
So I
just
put
has
10
Mike
bucks down
Tomlin on
on-
fucking speed dial.
Yeah, I do, bro. I said, hey, Mike, I need some cash. You need to win this game. And he did it. No. And that's what I was also thinking. I was like, there's no way Mike Tomlin's going to let this losing season happen. He's going to win this game. So they have a chance to, continue to have their winning seasons.
I'm
over
surprised.
there.
Surprised he didn't try to stand on the field and knock over a kick returner.
Well, everyone has their flaws. We don't need to point them out, Jay.
You guys remember that or no?
Yeah.
Jacoby,
Yeah.
it was Jacoby Jones, right?
Yep.
Good times.
I think
Good times.
I think Tomlin is one of the best coaches in the NFL.
I think he's one of the best coaches of all
Agreed.
time.
Agreed.
I mean, the man's literally never had a losing season
It's probably not this year too.
and probably won't have a losing season. I'll be completely honest with you. I really want the Browns to win this week, but I might be betting the Steelers money line. Just putting that out there.
Hey, Cade, what was your guys' record like a month ago? You guys were 4-8.
We've won 3 straight or 2 straight. Let me see.
3 straight, I think.
2
I thought it
straight.
was 4.
2 straight so far.
Is it 3 of the last 4?
You lost to the
see.
Ravens, and then you won against the Raiders. Then you beat the Ravens again. So yeah, 2.
No, we have won 3. So yeah, we beat the Panthers
if you have
after
money on
losing
it,
the Ravens.
you got my
and then
blood
the
pressure.
Oh
Raiders.
yeah, forgot about the Panthers game.
We lost to the Bengals, and then we've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the last 6. Yeah.
Talk about
Super Bowl.
Thursday night football. Have we had one good game this year besides
Yeah.
the Kansas City, the Chargers?
Yeah, it was the Cardinals. Who the fuck did they play? It was like 42-35 or some
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I thought that
Oh,
Bronco
that
game
it was the
electric,
it was
though.
the Mexico game, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
Cardinals versus Chiefs,
That
or Cardinals versus Niners. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Do you
Who was that
think
then?
do you think that the NFL possibly gave the Thursday night matchups the worst possible matchups of each week? Because they know that the ratings don't matter to them. They already got the money from Amazon.
Probably.
It was
True. Yeah. Look it up look at it from like beginning of the year when they set the schedule.
yeah.
Division rivalry.
Yeah. I mean, at the looks of it, it's like you said, it's a rivalry game. It's supposed to be interesting. And that's basically probably what their thought process was. Yeah.
Match. That was a good game. Or no, that was when Tua like did the claw.
Yeah, fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tua died that game.
What is up with guys like? Never mind. I'm gonna.
This is Cincinnati. Yeah, real quick, the Cincinnati field's got something going on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something about that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What was the next one?
Who day?
Here's the thing. Okay, that's not true. I actually had very high hopes for this team coming into the season. And then everyone had high hopes for the Broncos coming in. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Look, yeah, it was supposed to be a playoff team, and we shit the bed big time.
Broncos are supposed to be something.
All right, that one, yeah, that one's bad.
Surprise, surprise. Yeah,
That was
Jameis.
the game that was fucking electric.
yeah. That was wasn't that Marco Wilson when he was like got the pick six? Andy Dalton's like walking off the field. You see him jumping.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
stuff.
That replay was hilarious.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, that one's bad.
Yeah. A lot of teams that were supposed to be good ended up being trash.
Well, the Eagles weren't supposed to be. We thought they were gonna be.
I think like back to the point I made real quick about viewership. Last year in 2021, Thursday Night Football, when it wasn't just strictly on Amazon Prime, averaged 16.4 million viewers. This year it's averaging 10.1.
Wow.
That honestly
Like,
just comes with
that's-
losing an older generation not knowing where the fuck to watch the game.
But they're also in our generation, 18 to 34, they're only getting 2.24 million viewers, which is way lower than what they were getting before. I think I don't have it pulled up anymore, but I think it was like 8.5. So like half their viewership before was our generation, 18 to 34, and now 20% of their viewership.
Who had it
Is-
beforehand again?
It was on everything: Fox, NFL
Yeah.
Network, Amazon
Yeah, that's why.
Prime.
Because you got to
Yeah.
pay to watch now. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't watch it on basic
Well,
TV.
no,
like,
you could- you
hotels
could
aren't
just-
going to have it playing. You know.
Yeah,
what I'm
that's true. You could, well, I mean, the hotel cable you have
If-
to watch, but you know,
If you
I know
have
what
if you
mean.
have internet, you can watch it for free.
Because you can just watch it on Twitch.
Right.
for free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You
It's
can
not like
watch.
pirating.
Nope,
No.
they have like
They-
a specific
I
stream
didn't know
for it.
Yep.
I have Prime, so it's not been an issue for me.
Mhm.
I-
Yeah,
Also,
but if you-
that's the thing. You didn't know about this. We are going into week 18.
Mhm.
That's that's another reason why the viewership is down. I'm
And
sure a
right
lot
there,
of people
someone
just
in that
didn't know.
demographic that's down 30%. Like, did not know that.
Wow.
So,
There you go.
But
Breaking
hey, are
news,
we doing
guys.
are we doing boom and bust today or no?
I thought
Okay,
John
'cause
is not.
okay. Yeah, no, it's good. I was just saying I do have to get going here in a second. So, yeah. If we're ready for him, I mean, I've got like
Yeah.
5 to 10 more minutes.
I'm ready.
That's
I don't. So, dude, I don't even know what mine is either. Oh, my boom and bust. Okay. Yeah, no. One, this is obvious because I don't think the man's gonna have back to back. Just I don't even want to call it mediocre weeks. Last week was just downright terrible. Justin Jefferson projected only 22 points this week. I could see him having a little 40-point affair in his back pocket. So I don't think so. And reveal for us.
Hold on.
Oh, the Chicago Bears.
Wait,
Okay.
where's my picture? Did you get rid of my picture? Oh, my picture went black. Is it not black?
No, it's
Oh,
clear.
what?
See it.
Come on, put it on. You won't. Okay, well he's doing that.
All right, back.
Dude, oh
Do
my
not
God, I
put that
forgot my
on.
bus. I forgot my bus for the week.
He's a luchador.
Who was it?
Garbage. Yeah, you should.
Oh,
I would have burned it from the start.
bus for me was Darren Waller going up against that. Yeah, Justin Jefferson, boom, Darren Waller bust. So
I like it.
Austin, I think he's coming up behind you. Oh, okay. Okay. That makes sense.
I think he's coming up behind you.
But all right, I do gotta slide. I gotta get going. So
All right.
I'll see you guys later. And
All right, take it
Alex.
easy, Alex.
Cade, I mean this is our week right here.
Yeah.
Us having beef, but for what it's worth, I mean I do respect Tomlin. I see us losing this week, even if Deshaun has a decent game. So
Appreciate it. It'll be a good game.
Tomlin will pull out another non-losing season out of his ass like usual. So
Yes, sir.
all right. I'll see you guys. Have a good one.
Later.
See you. All right. What's that?
Mm-mm.
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 I can't hear it. My boom and bust is gonna be I got Derrick Henry for boom. I mean, that's a make or break game. Jacksonville's run defense isn't the best. I think Derrick Henry's gonna let's see, what is he projected? I don't even have him right here in front of me. I would presume he's probably projected about 17 points or so. But I think he's gonna have like a 25-point game, maybe more. I think his injury wasn't super serious. He's had a week to kind of rest and recuperate, and I think he's just going to go crazy. And then for my bust, I've got Keenan Allen. He's projected 14.8 against Denver. I don't think so. I think PS2 is going to lock him down, and he might get like 10 points, maybe 8, something like that.
You think PS2 is not going to be on Mike Williams all game?
He probably, I mean, it might be 50-50. We'll have to see.
Is Keenan playing?
Keenan, Mike are playing, yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Keenan's my bust.
My boom is Alan Lazard this week. Big game against Detroit. And yeah, 29th against wide receivers, which I like a lot. He's only projected 12 points. So, I mean, give me 5 receptions for, I don't know, 60 yards. He's right there. Give me a touchdown. I mean, he's in that boom possibility, and I think he can get even more. And my bust is going to be AJ Brown this week. He's projected 21 points, which I was kind of surprised by. It was a little high, but I mean he's still solid. I've had AJ Brown on my team, so he's projected 21 points. He's going against the Giants, who's 14th against wide receivers. And I think Jalen Hurts is supposed to be back, but if Minshew's still involved, then I really do see him busting. I don't think he's going to put 21. Yeah.
I can go. So my boom for the week is Stephon Diggs, coming off the worst performance since he's been in Buffalo. Well, I guess technically not last week, but the week prior. And then also just the whole circumstances with Buffalo. I think Diggs comes out firing. I think he could have a record-breaking day. And then my bust is Jalen Waddle. Dolphins on a third-string QB, and against that Jets pass defense, who one of the best defenses against receivers all year long. I think Tyreek Hill gets his, but I think Waddle kind of just gets thrown to the wayside.
I'll go. So my bust, kind of going off what Sam said, I was going to take Tyreek. I guess I will take him because you took Waddle going against that Jets defense, brutal, and I guess he's going to be seeing Sauce quite a bit. And who's the Miami's quarterback? It's like that Skyler guy or something, Thompson. Skyler.
Yeah.
I don't have too much confidence in him. And boom of the week, I'm going to go CeeDee Lamb against Washington. No, it's just I thought it was kind of self-explanatory what I said against Washington.
Yeah.
Washington's got some good safeties.
Question: how do you know his middle name? How do you know his middle name? Okay, it's like the only. I think the only middle name I know in the NFL is probably Aaron
I don't even know his middle name.
Charles.
Aaron Charles Rogers. Owner of the Bears.
That in the South.
I'm sorry, Austin. I'm sorry. Yep, it's gonna be an interesting week. We may need to throw in a Friday pod, depending on what happens. Yeah,
With
just
him?
depending on what the news that comes out of Buffalo and all that.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm down.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.